Hi there, Rue here. In this video I'm going to show you how to do your triple entry journals. Triple entry reading journals are meant for you to interact with texts in a meaningful way, to unpack them and to understand them better and to ask questions and to understand your thought process about the readings that you engage with. These triple entry journals are meant for the readings, the class readings that I give you on Canvas. Okay. And they're not busy work. I don't want any summaries. I want reactions and reflections of certain parts of the texts, the text that you're reading. And I'm going to guide you step by step on how to do it. Okay. The first thing is step one is a heading. Make sure that you have your name and date, the journal number, because there's usually a journal number associated with the journals that I give you, the title of the text, and the author. Okay, that's pretty simple. Then after that, let's go to step two. This is the bulk of the assignment. 3 triple entries. 3 triple entries. They say, I say, so what? They say, in the they say section, you're going to include a concept or a question or a problem that you have with the reading with a page number. What most students do is that they put a quote from the reading and then they respond to it. Okay, it does not have to be very long, just enough so that there's just long enough for me to have context of what you're responding to, and just enough for you to be able to find it easily when you want to go back to the text. Okay, the second part of each triple entry is going to be I say. This is your response to that quote or that problem or that issue. Okay, this is where you do most of your writing. Okay, I don't want summaries of the text. What I want is thoughts and opinions, your reflections about what you're reading, your reactions, your agreements, whether you agree with something or not and why, your disagreements, whether if you agree, you disagree with something in the text and why, feelings, analysis, textual analysis is good, inferences that you make about the text, that is going into the text and something that that is not necessarily written in the text, but you can make an inference about. You can dig between the lines, so to speak. You can also do connections to other texts. Intertextual connections between texts is very important. They're very important because no text exists in a vacuum. Okay, texts are usually referring to other texts or concepts. Okay, you can also quote talk, unquote, to the text, right? You can have a conversation with the text, and it's okay to ramble on. If you have difficulties with the text, well, this is a perfect place for you to indicate it. All right. Then the third part of each triple entry is going to be the so what entry. Here you're going to explain the significance and the relevance of why of why they say and you say. What's significant about this quote? What's significant about your interaction with it? This part forces you into further analysis. Okay, it's kind of like a continuation of the I say section, but it focuses on evaluating the importance of the passage that you are responding to. You can go beyond the text. If you have a reminder, if something reminds you of something in the text reminds you of an experience or another text or a situation, this is where you would jot it down. You can also reflect on where this passage takes you. Okay, down memory lane, or does it take you to another class, and so on. It's that kind of connection that you're making. And then here you can also reflect on your process as a reader. Okay, now you're going to do this 3 times throughout the text. Okay, you have to have 3 triple entries. And what I recommend is that you do 1 triple entry, they say, I say, so what, from the beginning of the text, and then you do another triple entry they say, I say, so what from the middle of the text, and then you do a third triple entry, they say, I say, from the last few pages of the text. Okay, we got this. So yeah, it's very important that you do it 3 times. Okay, so, and I'll show you how that goes. Okay, this step 3 after that is, I'm going to show you a sample in a minute. Okay, step 3 is a meaningful question or observation that you would like to pose for class or group discussion. Okay, the question should open up a discussion. It's not, don't think like this is a quiz question or an exam question. It's not a trivia question. Ask a question with a little bit of context from the reading or a hint of your own opinion of what you're asking to open up a conversation. Okay, then step 4 is going to be, you're going to be keeping a vocabulary log at the end of each journal. And what I want you to do is I want you to look up a word in the dictionary that you didn't know in the text. You can do more than one. That'd be great, but at least one. And write down the dictionary definition. Write down a synonym. That means a word with a similar meaning. Write an antonym, that is a word with the opposite meaning, and then compose a sentence in your own words in which you use the new word. Okay, that's that. Now, how about an example?